This podcast is sponsored by Uncomfortable Ideas by Bo Bennett, PhD. Challenge your beliefs and embrace the uncomfortable. Discover the power of confronting ideas that push your boundaries. Get the book or enroll in the online course today at uncomfortable-ideas.com.
Challenging the status quo, do genes matter more than parenting? Exploring the controversial idea that genetics may influence child outcomes more than parenting styles, challenging long-held beliefs about nature and nurture. Are genetic factors more powerful than parenting styles? Okay, so here's something that might ruffle a few feathers. What if the way parents raise their kids isn't as powerful as we've always believed? Like seriously, what if your genes are actually shaping who you become way more than the countless sleepless nights your parents had, the rules they laid down, or the endless pep talks you got? I know, it sounds like a big, uncomfortable truth to swallow, especially for anyone who's been told time and again, it's all about parenting, but that's exactly what recent research and a good deal of scientific debate is suggesting. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to undermine the huge effort parents put in or suggest parenting styles don't matter at all. I'm just challenging the status quo a bit. With all the talk about good or bad parenting, it's easy to assume that parents hold the master key to a child's success, behaviour, or well-being. But what if I told you the genetic hand you're dealt might be a heavier card than we admit? Let's break it down. Genetics influence things like intelligence, temperament, emotional reactivity, and even predispositions towards certain behaviours. Parenting styles, authoritative, permissive, authoritarian, or neglectful, definitely interact with these traits, but evidence suggests that the baseline set by your genes can shape how a child responds to these styles. Think about twins separated at birth and raised in different environments. Studies show that identical twins tend to be surprisingly similar even when raised apart. That points to genetics playing a powerful role, maybe even a bigger one than parenting decisions made after birth. Sure, environment matters, no one's denying that, but the genetic foundation seems tough to overlook. And here's why this matters. Many parenting interventions, educational programs, and even social policies assume that changing parenting styles can drastically change child outcomes. But if genetic factors weigh more heavily, maybe our efforts to micromanage parenting styles aren't as effective as we hope. This doesn't mean that parents are powerless, far from it. It just means it's time for some uncomfortable conversations about how we view responsibility, expectations, and the narratives we build around childhood development. Maybe it's time to embrace discomfort and understand different perspectives rather than clinging solely to the idea that parenting holds the key to every outcome. If this sounds provocative or even offensive to you, that's not a coincidence. Topics that force us to question deeply held beliefs about nature versus nurture are precisely why people shy away from these conversations. It takes a certain kind of openness to challenge the status quo and entertain ideas that don't fit neatly with common wisdom. For those interested in pushing further into these thought-provoking, sometimes controversial territories, I highly recommend checking out the book Uncomfortable Ideas by Bo Bennett, PhD. It's packed with research and perspectives that embrace discomfort to help us see things more clearly, beyond the comforting narratives we're used to hearing. Whether you agree or not, it's worth reflecting on how much of who we are is truly shaped by the environment versus what we're born with. Such musings can ultimately help us be more empathetic and less judgmental, both to parents and children. So if you're ready to have your assumptions tested and your worldview broadened, explore the book now to engage with these challenging but essential ideas. In the end, acknowledging that genetic factors may influence child outcomes more than parenting styles isn't about diminishing the importance of family or effort. It's about understanding complexity, embracing discomfort, and being open to uncomfortable truths that push us toward a richer understanding of human development.